What's going on, everyone? Today we're here with Antwuan Hill from Ace Elite Services. Now, I met this brother a few days ago at the 1010 Wilshire. This brother, I saw him because Kellen had said, you need to talk to this brother over here. And I said, boy, this brother must got something going on the way he's sitting there. I said, he's sitting there like he running the place. So I said, let me go holler at this brother over here. So, find out this brother has his own elite car service. And, you definitely, when I went to the website, you can rent and get to be picked up with Maybach and Rolls Royce, and his brother got it going on with Black Car Service. So I'm getting him to explain a little bit more to you. So Antwuan, thank you for joining us on the show today.
My pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. Obviously, it was a pleasure meeting you guys this past weekend. So I always enjoy good conversations with good brothers from anywhere. So pleasure.
Yes, sir. And so can you tell people a little bit, about yourself and how you got into the business?
I like to start off. I'm a country boy from Tennessee. I grew up in Tennessee, traditional Southern family, just like most people in the South. Went to the University of Tennessee, played football there, won SEC national championships. But I always knew that I wanted to be in business, even from a little age. When I was 14, 15, I was selling newspapers. Just wanted to create something for myself, something to value, something that I know that I can get the results based on the efforts that I put in. But as far as Ace Elite Services, and there's a whole lot of things in between me leaving Tennessee and where I am today, but my company has been in existence for 11 years. September will mark 11 years that I've been in business. And I started in kind of an unusual way. I used to sell real estate, and I used to sell lakefront property and mountain property. And I had a client in Miami who used to come up and buy property from me, and he was in the transportation business, taxi cab and limo service business. And he was in his mid-40s and practically retired. So he showed me the blueprint, and it fell right into the arena of things I like. I like serving people, and I love nice cars. So started in 2007 with one vehicle, and the rest is history, as they say.
So when I saw on your website that people can get memberships to your services. Now, when a person, buy a membership to the services, what does all that include?
Okay, so for a little clarification, we have two sides to Ace Elite Services.
Mm-hmm.
The first side is traditional limousine or black car service. So if you're going out, to a concert, to a sporting event, birthday parties, weddings, things of that nature, you can use our traditional services, and we can provide that anywhere in the country. The other side of our service is our monthly membership or subscription-based service. And what that is we have three different tiers that you can choose from based on your mode of travel and your frequency of your travel. And you can get airport transfers and black car service anywhere in the country. So case in point, if you take our basic elite membership, that's 5 airport transfers for $209 a month. You're flying from anywhere to anywhere in the country. Once you land or arrive into your destination or wherever you're starting from to get picked up from your house or hotel and go to the airport, we provide luxury black car services for those transfers.
Now, and this is something that I want to bring up, and just something that we talked about just the other night, and I want to let people know just how successful this brother is. He was telling me that one of his clients for sure is a billionaire, correct?
A few of them, yes.
A few of them. So I want to let you know he's solidified, and most people that got that kind of money not going to just fool with any old body. They're going to fool with someone that's reputable, someone who's trustworthy. And that's now. Let me also ask you: if someone feels, I heard you say your traditional services. So let's say if a person say, I want to get my wedding vows renewed, but I want to go in a Rolls Royce, they can call you.
Yes, and now we do provide and those are exotic vehicles, of course, and they wouldn't necessarily be available in Tupelo, Mississippi. But we do have exotic vehicles of that nature in select cities, and you can go on our website and see the cities that we offer that elevated level of service. Obviously, we are strategic in about where we place those vehicles and how we utilize, because Los Angeles, New York, Miami, Chicago, Atlanta are great markets for those type of vehicles. where I grew up in Brownsville, Tennessee, is probably not the best place for someone to order a Rolls Royce or affordability and all that. So we do offer that, but that is in select cities. But in pretty much any other city, you can get black car service like a Mercedes, Cadillac Escalade, Suburban. We don't do anything with town cars, and we don't do any stretch traditional limousines. But pretty much everything else we cover.
All right, so a lot of times I heard you say that when you was a child, you was selling, you say newspapers, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so ever since you was a kid, you always was trying to make your own money.
Absolutely.
So it was in you early to not want to conform to the system, but be your own boss.
Absolutely, and part of that was due to the environment that I grew up in. Um, my home city, the population when I grew up was about 12,000 people. If we wanted to, go to the movies or go to the mall, we would have to travel to a neighboring city to do so. Just didn't have that where we live. And you saw the environment in which you grew up in, the same people, going to the same jobs every day, doing the same things, and you know, the encouragement was not necessarily to send your kids to college or send them to trade school or anything like that. It was either go to the military or once you graduate high school, you can come work with me in the factory. And I knew early along in life that was something that I wanted to do. So, you know, I think part of it is God given talent and abilities and just the thought process. And the other part of it is I wanted something more for myself and my family than what I saw growing up. So just always had a knack for it.
Now, a lot of young black men, or even men your age, watch this channel, correct? And they want to get out of that rat race of working for people. You did it, even though you may have some struggles, and going through the different things that we go through, in America with discrimination, etc. What advice can you give these brothers that want to get to where you're at, owning the business, being very successful in it? Because they want to know exactly how to get there, or some advice to get there, and maybe you could share that with them.
That's a great question, and it has a myriad of answers. What I would say specifically is if you want to change, change. And it seems like a simple answer, and it's not. Um, some people have the excuse, well, I'm stuck here. I don't have the resources. I don't have the money. I don't have the education. I don't have this. I don't have that. There's always going to be limitations or things that we don't have. I mean, we're all, let's face it, we're African Americans, so we're starting behind the eight ball, as it were. So there are going to be things that we don't have, but you can start where you are. If you want to start selling newspapers, or start selling lemonade. Well, the first thing you have to do is make your lemonade sign. Once you make your lemonade sign, then you have to build a stand where you're going to put the lemonade. Then you have to get the water, then you have to get the lemons, and you have to physically make the lemonade. And so if you just start wherever you are and keep going, then eventually you're going to find success. And I'm a living witness, living example of that. When I first started, I had a four-door sedan, E3 420 Mercedes or 430 Mercedes, a little
Hmm.
small four-door sedan. And I piled as many people as I could into that vehicle, and I went around and I printed up. First thing I did, I printed up business cards on my home computer and my home printer, and I went to bars and went to nightclubs and went to hotels and said I'm in business. And nobody knew me. Nobody knew what name of the company, anything like that. That's just me saying, hey, this is what I want to do, and I want to get started, and I want to do it now. So I took the vehicle that I had and just got started from that point. And 11 years later, we're here. But if I had never started with that, then I wouldn't be here. And then as you move on in business, you're going to run into people like yourself that has resources, that has outlets, that people that have money, people that have vehicles, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. You're going to run into people that can help and assist you with that. So my advice is just simply just just get started. And as you get started, learn all you can learn, read books, get the education in your industry or the field or whatever you're trying to do. And you'll continually and gradually see success in those areas.
Yeah, and I'm glad you pointed that out. That definitely as African American males, we are definitely, like you said, behind the eight ball. But it's still no excuse of why you can't be successful.
Absolutely. And I think we need to change our perspective and our projective. Like, I would never knock anybody in living in subsidized living or in the ghetto, in the hood, as we say, or in the projects or anything like that. But don't be influenced by your environment. I love all types of music. I love rap music. I love, excuse me, R&B. I love classical music. I love jazz. But if you're in the environment that you're in and all you see is the bling, the rap lifestyle, the money, the jewelry, the women, the drugs, and that's all you're gonna see, then you're gonna want to emulate that. But if that's all you see and that's all you want to do, then that's all you're going to aspire to. So you think if when the new Jordans come out, if you can get that, or if you can go to the mall and buy a watch and put some diamonds in it, you're going to think you have arrived at success. But there's much more to life and success and business than just Jordans and jewelry. So just change your perspective. A lot of times they don't give us outlets to see more than what they want to show us. But there's a whole lot going on in the world and a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of things. We talked a little bit the other night just about some of the clients. So you just have to change your perspective to change your narrative.
You definitely change your environment, change your future. I'm definitely on board with that because you're right. If you just see one thing around you, that's all you think you're gonna be able to aspire by. Just do that, and that just isn't right at all. Give me a second, brother. Give me a quick second. Okay, we good. Let's check something. I had to check something real quick on my screen. I didn't see something. But Antwuan, tell people how to get to your website and tell them what they can do there, no matter what city they're in.
All our handles, whether it's social media, website, or what have you, is aceeliteservices.com. So the website is www.aceeliteservices.com. Instagram is Ace Elite Services. Twitter is Ace Elite Services. Facebook is Ace Elite Services. So that's how you can find us. And just want to give a quick point. I mean, obviously, we're a for-profit business, and we aspire to make a lot of money and make a lot of connections and do great business all over the country. And we have a reputation that has allowed us to be in the space that we are in. But more so than that, we're looking to create jobs, not just where we are based in Los Angeles, but we're looking to create jobs all across the country. So our endeavor is definitely to give back. And we have a 3-year goal to, within the next 3 years, we want to take $100,000 a day for a whole year. I know that sounds like a lot. That's $36 million. We want to be in a position where we can do that every day and take $100,000 and put it in a local community across the country. That's whether it's a Boys and Girls Club, women's shelter, AIDS clinic, abortion clinic, or just in local communities, local churches that are doing stuff for the community. We want to take that initiative and put ourselves in a position to do that within the next 3 years.
Yeah, giving back to the community is something that we, definitely believe in. Now, I mean, on this platform, I mean, I heard you say, abortion clinic, we don't really support that here.
But I was just saying, whether it's, I was just saying in different places, because sometimes you have, and I've seen it in my own life. My mother is 65 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and she adopted 2 little girls.
Right.
Coincidentally, those little girls are her great nieces, because my mom's niece gave them up, or was going to give them up, for abortion, But then when she had them, she left one of them at the hospital, and the other one she just left in the system for adoption. And
Right.
so we might not be advocates of abortion or anything like that, but sometimes we understand that situations occur, but we want to put people in place to get the help that they need and the resources that they need.
Yeah, because definitely, like I said, I see a lot of children in our community. I agree with that initiative, though. Don't take me wrong on that. I agree with that initiative completely, helping the community, because that's the one thing that African Americans tell us when you get to a certain point. Why you don't give back? Why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? And it's great that you're trying to do that. That's a lot of money. That's that you're trying to do. And if I can make a suggestion, if some of that money could be used to create schools that's led by African American teachers that could teach the skills that in business, because public school is not teaching our kids anything.
Absolutely.
It's not at all. So I mean, just to think about it a little bit. I mean, like schools is something that we really need more of, instead of Jordans and jewelry and everything else. Because we really behind in the African American community. But Antwuan, definitely thank you for joining us, my brother, and make sure you use Ace Elite Services. Try it out if you are in a major city where you can get the exotic cars like L.A., New York. I think he stayed at Atlanta and I think Chicago and a few other ones. Try it out. You got an anniversary coming up, or somehow Hispanic subscribers, quinceañera. You want to have your 15-year-old daughter go in a Maybach, to the quinceañera, then you can use his brother's services. And, I'm pretty sure he'll appreciate that. So, brother, thank you for your time on the show today.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Y'all be blessed.